Addressing the chief ministers, the prime minister said, "Friends, I welcome you all to this meeting of the chief ministers of all the states in the country. We are all meeting here to take stock of the situation in our country and also to review the progress made in different fields of activity. The agenda which is before you gives a very clear picture of the position of all the states in various sectors. I am happy to know that on the whole, there has been substantial progress in vital sectors and we are now well set to march along the path of sustained growth. Broadly speaking, a large number of programs have been taken up under various departments for the welfare of our people as well as for the general development of the country. The results of these programs are very much encouraging. However, I must confess that the entire system of working of the government in this context is very tardy, both at the center as well as in the states. We are able to complete the projects and programs but are unfortunately much behind the originally intended schedule, resulting in escalation of prices and the consequent additional expenditure. It must be our endeavor to see that we speed up our functioning in all matters concerning the welfare of the people and to ensure that the projects continue to run effectively. It is a matter of pride that we have made rapid strides in the fields of agriculture. The production of food grains has registered an impressive increase in spite of the prevailing drought conditions in some parts of the country. This was possible mainly due to the improved techniques in farming and expanding the area of irrigation. Here I would like to sound a note of caution that this should not in any way make us complacent. Our requirements of food are increasing day by day with the growth in population. We must build up sufficient buffer stocks to tide over any crisis that may crop up. We must therefore try to get more yield from the irrigated area, making best use of the available water resources. You are all aware that we are importing a huge quantity of edible oil, spending a considerable amount of our precious foreign exchange. A greater responsibility lies on the shoulders of all of us to educate our farmers to increase the cultivation of oil seeds. I know that we are living in a free society and it is not possible for us to compel the farmers legally. However, a general idea may be given about the prevailing situation and the likely requirements in order to continue the stability in the field of agriculture and also to ensure a bright future for the farmers. I would also like to remind you that ours is the most populous country in the continent. The enormous expansion of population is eroding the gains we have been making. It is also contributing to the problem of unemployment. All of us must have a common approach to the problem of population and control and the strategies to be adopted for this purpose. In India, family welfare is a part and parcel of our plan of economic development and occupies a prime place in our plans and programs. We must try to create a favorable climate for family welfare with the help of mass media, folk arts, and also through personal contact. The effectiveness of the program depends to a large extent on the understanding of the local customs. Voluntary organizations must be in the vanguard of the movement to restrict the growth of population. We must take the people aware of the implications of population growth for their future well-being as well as that of the nation. There is every need to introduce population education programs which are properly planned at all levels. In conferences and meetings of this type, we always talk in terms of numbers. Let us keep in mind that we are not dealing with statistics but with human beings. Therefore, we have to proceed with tact. I request you to bear in mind that we favor family welfare not only for the future of the country but also for the health of the mother, and to create better opportunities to the children for the full flowering of their personalities. You are all aware that I feel strongly about the reform of education. Since it is a subject in the concurrent list, it goes without saying that the states too have an equal responsibility. Education is essential for all sections of the society. It is not only the acquisition of knowledge but also the capacity of using it and adapting it to specific situations without being alienated from cultural roots. To my mind, education does not merely mean the refinement of manual, vocational, and intellectual skills, but also the process of deepening the spirit. The purpose of education is to keep intact our secularism and involve young people in great national endeavors. I request you to see that there is some common thread, the thread of unity and integrity in the education that we impart to our children. Another important area is the center state relations. As far as I am concerned, I feel that it is a relationship of mutual dependence and nothing other than that. The center by itself is nothing, it is a union of all the states. We must always remember that a strong center can exist only when the states themselves are strong. It is true that a sizable part of the development programs are with the states and they do not have sufficient funds. Whatever you may say, I am sure all of you are fully aware of the fact that the center also does not have adequate finances. It has to be borne in mind that the nation as a whole lacks adequate resources to meet the enormous task ahead of it, and it is therefore necessary to enlarge the overall resource base. I thank you very much for giving me an opportunity to meet you all and share some of my thoughts with you this evening. I hope you will ponder over the issues which I have just now raised. I wish your deliberations a success.